in Brazil 70 miles away. Most of the time I was alone. Got home around 8 a.m. Phone rings instantly. My mother knew my routine. Come on over for your staple, she said. My staple. Breakfast buffet for one. 8 Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Half dozen eggs, half pound of bacon. 2 bowls of Fruity Pebbles after the milkshake and the box of donuts. Food was my drug, sucked up every crumb, hung up, flipped on the TV, stomped to the shower, heard the narrator's voice through the steam, snippets. Navy SEALs toughest the world. Wrapped a towel around my waist, barely covered my fat ass, rushed back to the living room couch. Sat there, didn't move for 30 minutes. Watched a documentary. Basic underwater demolition SEAL training. But S-Class 224, Hell Week. The most physically demanding, mentally grueling training in the military. Watch those men suffer. Muddy obstacle courses, log PT on soft sand, shivering in the icy surf. Sweat purled on my scalp, edge of my seat. Sauge's strong guys, studs ring the bell. Quit. Made sense. Only a third make it through Hell Week. And even in my worst PJ training days, I never felt as awful as those guys looked. Swollen, chafed, sleep-deprived, dead on their feet. And I was jealous, fucking jealous of their pain. The longer I watched, the more certain I became. Answers were buried in that suffering. Answers I needed. The endless ocean, the frothing waves, felt pathetic watching it. These SEALs, they were everything I wasn't. Pride, dignity, excellence born from bathing in fire, getting beat the fuck down and coming back for more, again and again. Human swords forged hard, sharp, fearless, not motivated, driven. Saw graduation. 22 men, dress whites, commanding officer speaking. In a society where mediocrity is too often the standard, intense fascination with men who detest mediocrity, refuse to define themselves in conventional terms, seek to transcend traditionally recognized human capabilities. This is exactly the type of person Bud S. is meant to find the man who finds a way, the man who will adapt and overcome any and all obstacles. Felt like he was talking straight to me. Show ends, walked back to the bathroom, faced the mirror, stared myself down, 300 pounds of failure staring back. Everything the haters back home said I'd be: uneducated, no skills, zero discipline, dead-end future, mediocrity. That would have been a massive fucking promotion. Bottom of the barrel, dregs of life. But for the first time in a long, long time, I was awake. Barely touched my staple breakfast. Mind consumed. Unfinished business. Always wanted that elite unit. Underneath the layers of fat and failure, that desire still flickered. The documentary fanned it into a flame. A virus taking over cell by cell, became an obsession, couldn't shake it, started calling Navy recruiters. Active duty offices all over the country. Told my story prior Air Force service, washed out of PJ training, left out the quit part naturally, now fat as fuck but willing to move anywhere for a shot at SEAL training. Rejection after rejection. Most weren't interested in prior service guys. One local office, intrigued, went in for a meeting. They took one look at me, 300 pounds of delusional hope, laughed in my face, left there feeling like the pretender they saw, called every active duty office I could find, nothing, dialed the local Naval Reserves unit, last resort, got Petty Officer Stephen Shaljo on the phone, 10 days on the job in Indy, middle of corn country. Dumb luck meets stubborn persistence. Found the diamond finder. Shaljo, former F-14 electrician instructor, worked recruitment in San Diego, knew the SEALs. Lightweight guy, 57, but had that pit bull intensity. Our call was short. Yeah, I can help you. Come meet me. Sounded familiar. Drove straight there, kept my hopes low. Walked in, he's already on the phone with Bud S. administration. Sailors in the office, all white, looked surprised to see this giant black man walk in. Shaljo didn't flinch. Outgoing, warm salesman vibe, but hardcore underneath. Led me down the hall. Weigh in time. Saw the weight chart on the wall. Max allowable for my height, 191 pounds. Scale groaned under my weight. Held my breath, sucked in my gut, puffed out my chest. Pathetic attempt to hide the obvious. He just smiled, scratched 297 pounds on my file. You're a big boy, he said, shaking his head. Navy has a program, reserves to active duty. It's being phased out end of year. Need to get you classed up before then. Got some work to do, but you knew that. Nodded towards the chart. Left me there, alone with the truth, less than 3 months. Lose 106 pounds, impossible, felt impossible, that word again. And that wasn't all. The ASVAB, that nightmare test was back. Passed it once for the Air Force, barely. To qualify for Bud S, needed a much higher score. Needed to pass mechanical comprehension, my Achilles heel. Studied like a maniac for 2 weeks, zapped pests at night. Took the test on a Saturday, called Shaljo Monday. Welcome to the Navy, he said, passed most sections, officially a reservist. Mechanical comprehension, scored a 44, needed a 50, had to retake the entire test in 5 weeks. Shaljo believed in me, he said later, called it fate, me, full of doubt. Maybe fate did intervene that night, my Ecolab route, that one restaurant, absolute disaster zone, dead rats outside. More dead rodents inside. Roaches in the trash. Got down under the sink, sprayed into a gap in the wall, found the nest. Roaches exploded out, scattering, then skittering across the back of my neck. Brushed it off, looked up. A storm of roaches raining down from an open ceiling panel. Motherlode, worst infestation I'd ever seen. Landing on my shoulders, my head, floor writhing. Ran outside, gasping for air, grabbing sticky traps. Headed for the dumpster. Opened the lid. Live raccoon, hissing, yellow teeth bared, lunged at me. Slammed it shut. Stood there, shaking. What the fuck? Seriously, what the fucking fuck? When is enough enough? Was this my future, this pathetic present? How much longer? How many more years burning away in this self-made hell? Knew right then. If I didn't make a stand now, if I didn't walk the path of most resistance, this mental hell would be forever. Didn't go back inside. Didn't get my gear. Started the truck. Stopped for one last comfort shake. Drove home, still dark, stripped off the work clothes, put on sweats, running shoes. Hadn't run in over a year, hit the streets, ready for 4 miles, lasted 400 yards, heart pounding dizzy, collapsed on the edge of the golf course, slow walk back home. Melted shake waiting, failure again, slumped on the sofa, tears welling up. Who the fuck did I think I was? Born nothing, proven nothing, still worth nothing. David Goggins, Navy SEAL, fucking pipe dream. Couldn't run down the block. All the fears, insecurities bottled up for a lifetime raining down, on the verge of giving up, for good. Found my old VHS tape, Rocky. Beat to shit, had it 15 years, slid it in, fast-forwarded, round 14. Rocky journeyman, no hoper, getting pummeled by the champ Apollo Creed, knocked down hard, looks finished. Trainer Mickey screaming, stay down, but Rocky doesn't hear, crawls to the ropes, pulls himself up. 6 count, crowd roars. Apollo turns, disbelief. Rocky, battered, bleeding, waves him on. The fight isn't over yet. Turned off the TV, thought about my life. Devoid of drive, passion, surrendered to fear, inadequacy, that was one choice. The other, find the power in the shit that laid me low. Harness it, rise the fuck up, dump the shake, laced up my shoes, hit the streets again, quarter mile, pain screamed. Heart raced like an engine about to blow. This time, ran through it. Pain faded, kept going, mile. Bent over, gasping. But I'd run a mile. Realized it right then. Not all limits are real. Habit of giving up too soon. This impossible task would take every ounce of courage, toughness. Hours, days, weeks of non-stop suffering. Push myself to the edge of mortality. Accept I might actually die trying. But this time, no quitting. No matter the pain, no matter the fear. There was no blueprint. Had to create my own. The impossible task wasn't losing the weight or passing the test. The impossible task was killing the bitch inside. The real work was about to begin. Chapter 4, Taking Souls. Yeah, you heard me. It sounds brutal, maybe even fucked up to some of you soft motherfuckers out there. Good, it's supposed to. Because life isn't handing out fucking participation trophies. It's trying to break you every single day. And your only defense, your only path to conquering it, is to learn how to take its soul. How to take your own soul back from the bitch-ass voice inside telling you to quit. It starts with chaos. Pure, unadulterated fucking chaos. That's how they kicked off Hell Week in Bud S. 1 minute you're in the common room, trying to act cool, watching war movies, pumping yourself up, bullshitting with the guys. You know the storm is coming, you can feel it in the air, thick and electric. Then bam, first concussion grenade goes off right outside. Close range. Everything slows down like you're moving through thick syrup. Your ears ring, dust flies. Before you can even process it, bam, another one. Then the doors burst open and it's Psycho Pete, one of the lead instructors, screaming fire and damnation right in your face. Veins popping in his temple, face flushed candy apple red, eyes bugging out like he's possessed. Break the fuck out, move, move, move. That's the signal. The carefully constructed